All right, let's dive straight into this explainer. Today, we're unpacking an absolute giant of the adventure genre, Jules Verne's 1872 classic, Around the World in 80 Days. And look, this isn't just some old, dusty travel log. It is a breathless, ticking clock race that has completely captivated readers for well over a century and a half.
So ask yourself, could you travel the entire globe in exactly 80 days? I mean, today? Yeah, sure, hop on a few flights and you're done. But back in the late 19th century, when international travel was, well, painfully slow, wildly unpredictable, and honestly pretty dangerous, people thought this idea was completely nuts.
Which brings us to Section 1, the impossible wager.
And moving right along to Section 2, the unlikely duo. Let's meet our main characters.
To pull off a crazy wager like this, you really need the perfect dynamic duo. First up, we've got Phileas Fogg. He's this incredibly wealthy English gentleman who is just icy. I mean, totally logical, incredibly precise, and the guy literally never panics under pressure. Then you have his newly hired French servant, Passepartout. He is the exact opposite. We're talking highly emotional, super energetic, hilarious, but, sometimes a little bit careless. Together, they balance each other out just brilliantly.
All right, Section 3, a race against time.
So the world was definitely shrinking back then, thanks to the Industrial Revolution, but it was still absolutely massive. Riding on the era's brand new steamships and railways, these guys literally sprint across the map. They shoot from England over to India by day 20, hit Hong Kong and Japan by day 40, push all the way across the United States by day 60, and then make a mad dash back across the Atlantic to hit that day 80 deadline.
But look, 19th century technology was far from perfect, and nature, completely unpredictable. They run into just a barrage of unrelenting obstacles. We're talking missed trains, massive violent storms, delayed ships, and some pretty intense cultural differences along the way. Oh, and to top it all off, they're secretly being hunted by a British detective named Fix. This guy is completely convinced Fogg is a bank robber, so he's actively trying to sabotage their trip at literally every single turn.
Right in the middle of all this chaos, though, there's this moment of incredible heroism where they dramatically rescue an Indian princess named Aouda, and she's a total game changer. Her presence brings so much kindness, compassion, and real courage to the group. But maybe most importantly, she actually starts to soften Fogg's rigid, kind of emotionally reserved personality. It's just a beautiful way to weave the theme of love into this totally frantic race.
And that brings us to Section 4, the timeless legacy.
Verne really leaves us with some powerful life lessons here. I mean, the story shows us that pure persistence almost always beats panic. Yes, having a plan is absolutely crucial, but so is being able to adapt when things go sideways. Travel broadens your perspective. And at the end of the day, genuine human relationships matter way more than any material reward. Those core messages about grit and determination, they hit just as hard today as they did back then.
So for its absolutely phenomenal pacing, the way it educates you without ever feeling like a boring textbook, and, oh man, that highly satisfying twist ending, this classic easily earns a bold 5 out of 5 stars for sure.
I want to leave you guys with this iconic quote straight from the novel. Anything one man can imagine, other men can make real. It's pretty inspiring, right? So after looking at Fogg's literally impossible journey, I've got to ask you, what massive challenge are you ready to conquer next?